Welcome back to Curtis Talks Chelsea Football Channel. Good to see you back on my channel. Please do me a big favour. Smash that like button below and make sure you put your comments in. Today we are going all in on Chelsea managers. What are the situation? What's going on? Who's interested? Who's moving to London? We're about to find out. Hopefully there will be a decision very soon. So make sure you join this channel. Let me know what you're thinking. It's a big time coming up. Chelsea's next game is on Monday against Nottingham Forest. Okay, so let's start. Andoni Iraola. Andoni Iraola, Bournemouth manager. He is leaving in the summer and it is said that he's interested in moving to London. Well, that can mean lots of things. Look how many clubs are in London and look how many teams in London in the summer would need a new manager. Crystal Palace, Fulham, Chelsea. If Marco Silva leaves Fulham, it throws Fulham into the mix as well. Crystal Palace are talking about getting Iraola in when Glasner leaves in the summer. Well, that'd be great for Palace. What does Iraola want to do? Is Chelsea's next step? Well, I don't know. What's the guy done? He hasn't done a lot, has he? He's done amazing with Bournemouth, but he hasn't won much in his career. I don't even know if he's won anything in his career. So it's a big risk for Chelsea just to take him. Chelsea could take him if he's a yes man. We've had lots of yes men at this football club. Liam Rossini is one of them. He's out the back door. See you later. Is it going to happen again? We get Iraola. I don't know. I don't know. Proven Premier League quality, yes. Yes, that's what we're looking for. Proven Premier League quality. Everyone keeps saying, right, Chelsea are going to change their transfer strategy, start going for proven Premier League players. Why the flipping hell weren't we doing this at the beginning? You know, Anthony Gordon, we're interested in him. We could have signed him. We could have signed him for 30, 40 million a few years ago from Everton. We was about to sign him. It never happened. Thomas Tuchel, when he was Chelsea manager, absolutely loved Gordon. At the time, he was going to be more of like a wing-back. Now he's a striker. Now he's scoring goals for Newcastle. Yeah, just like left scratching my head. What's going to happen? Whatever manager comes in is going to open up a whole can of worms in a transfer market. Reason being is, whoever comes in will want some sort of guarantee on transfers. We're talking about Chelsea Football Club. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees at all. Not with Blue Co, not with Clearlake in charge, not with these 5 billion sporting directors that we have. All right, bit of exaggeration on that one. 5 sporting directors we have. Come on. They want reassurance. They want reassurance that they can bring in their players. And who can blame them? I'd want that. I would want that. If I was a top manager, I would want to be bringing in top quality players. We have quality players, but do we have top quality players? Premier League proven. Question marks about that other than Palmer. You know, I'm scratching my head again. Constantly scratching my head. What's going on with this club? So, gone off topic a little bit there. The manager situation. Andoni Iraola is interested. He's interested in moving to London. He's had enough of the beach down at Bournemouth. He fancies a bit of the city life in London. Fair play. He's in the mix. Xabi Alonso. For me, he's number 1. We need to get Xabi Alonso in. And earlier I was thinking, how could I want someone in who's had such success at Liverpool Football Club? And it kind of reminded me of Rafa Benitez. When Rafa Benitez came to Chelsea, we were not happy. We was not a happy bunny. We didn't want him anywhere near our club, let alone being our manager. And we went on to win the Europa League with Rafa Benitez. And we still didn't say thank you to him. You know, there's no love lost between Chelsea and Liverpool. So who cares? We didn't want you here. But what about Xabi Alonso? Like, I've said that about Benitez. I'm going to say the same about Alonso. No, I really like Alonso. I think he'd be suited to Chelsea if we can give him those assurances, which, let's be real, Iqbal is calling the shots. He holds all the aces, unfortunately. So I can't see it. I can't see it happening. Now, Alonso has said he's interested. Yeah, of course he's interested. He's interested in a job. The geezer's out of a job. He needs a job. And it's Chelsea Football Club. It's always going to be interested top managers out there. But that's about it for me, for Alonso. I can't see him coming. I'd be gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked, if Alonso was walking through the door in the summer or anytime soon. So then, for me, Alonso, Cesc Fabregas, I'd like them to. The mould of both of them, they're up-and-coming managers. Alonso's already won league titles. He's had that experience with Real Madrid. Even though that wasn't successful, Fabregas, what he's creating at Como is a revelation. Bringing what he knew as a player, which was a player with such personality, know-how. Fabregas is an intelligent guy. We saw that Barcelona, Arsenal, Chelsea as a player. And now as a manager, he's got a lot of respect. Can you imagine having a team talk from Cesc Fabregas and then a few weeks before it was Liam Rosenior? Now this is not to knock Liam Rosenior. They're on different wavelengths. Different wavelengths as players, and I believe different wavelengths as head coaches or managers. Cesc Fabregas would be absolutely perfect, especially with his roots with Chelsea Football Club. We used to sing him a song. He had his own song at Chelsea. Like, for me, that'd be a no-brainer. Would he come? We've said before, might be too soon. Rumours that he's actually eyeing up Arsenal in the future. You know, but rumours are rumours. Doesn't mean they're true. Doesn't mean they're true. So we got Xabi Alonso, Cesc Fabregas, Andoni Iraola. All these three key men, very, very interested. Who knows? Who knows? And then you got Marco Silva over at Fulham. Not even that far away from Chelsea. Would he have to buy a new house? Probably not. Probably lives on Fulham Road. He's probably got a gaff down over at Cobham. So he's not going to have to upstick. Learn a new language. He knows the areas. He probably knows the players quite well. For me, let's stay clear of him. Stay at Fulham, for me. Much respect. He knows what he's doing. He's done a good job at Fulham. Chelsea need to stay clear. There's a few other people I'm going to suggest now who we need to stay clear of. Eddie Howe. It wasn't that long ago, England were talking up getting Eddie Howe in. And who could blame people for saying Eddie Howe for England? With the run he had with Newcastle, got them into Champions League, attracted big players, and it's all gone wrong this season. They're floating around the bottom of the table. It's not been a pretty season, and they're not going to make Europe. I don't think they'll make Europe one bit. So all their key players, again, Chelsea are being linked with Gordon. If we could sign him, get him in, don't think it would happen. Wages, financial fair play, Chelsea are going to have two hands tied behind their backs when it comes to transfer markets, I'm sure, unless we start selling players for a lot of money. Gordon is one would be interested in. Tonali's probably going to head back to Italy from Newcastle. And they've got a couple of other players that teams like Arsenal, Manchester United, Man City, they'll be sniffing around to try and entice them into jumping ship and going to them. Eddie Howe's future, what's going on? There's talks today. I think the owners from Saudi Arabia are coming over for a meeting with Eddie Howe. They're going to be obviously discussing the key points of that football club. For me, I love a British manager. I love an English manager at Chelsea. But Eddie Howe's just not the right timing. He's an absolute mare with Newcastle. Absolute mare. They haven't played like they did the season before that. Again, Marco Silva, Eddie Howe. Let's stay away from these managers. Again, they've proven in the Premier League, like Areola, but this is Chelsea Football Club. What's it come to now when we're being linked with these so-called managers? We got young, inexperienced managers on the market. We've got proven Premier League managers with not high quality management at the top elite level for long periods of time is concerning. Mauricio Pochettino has come out recently and said he's a little bit at peace on the Chelsea ownership, the Chelsea brand, and when he was at Chelsea Football Club. Well, that's fine. Managers, ex-managers, they're going to talk. Pochettino, fair play, being ex-Tottenham, fair play. He was pretty fair. He was pretty fair in his comments, what he said about Chelsea Football Club. And he only had a say in 2 transfers when he went to Chelsea. One was Disasi and the other one was Cole Palmer. Before that, all Chelsea's business was done beforehand. Pochettino made that clear. So this is why Xabi Alonso, he wants assurances. He wants assurances. He can give the names to the sporting directors, to the ownership, who he wants at Chelsea Football Club to progress us up the league. Quick time. It's going to have to be rapid because all the teams behind us are improving and all the teams above us are going to the next level. We're seeing Arsenal win a semi-final of the Champions League. We're seeing Man City constantly keep reaching finals. Man United have improved under Michael Carrick. It's tough. It's a tough league. Slot has had an absolute nightmare season with Liverpool, yet they're still in that Champions League spot. All to play for. But manager-wise, I want you to tell me, who do you want? Who do you want at Chelsea Football Club? And not just Chelsea, this is the football channel. Man United fans, Michael Carrick, are you going to offer the job to him? There's been rumours that Iraola could well be suited to Man United. Potentially not just interested in a move to London, might be in a move to Manchester United. So make sure you're keeping up with the news. Because there's lots of rumours, lots of stuff flying around. There could be many clubs in the summer looking for a new manager. Many clubs. We're talking Newcastle, Chelsea, Liverpool, although I believe they might want to keep hold of Slot. Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. There's a long list of managers and positions that need filling. So who's it going to be? So for me, Xabi Alonso. Number 1, Xabi Alonso. Cesc Fabregas are definitely up there. Iraola, not for me in this football club. He's probably top of the list for Igbali and co. As we speak, I would suggest. He'd be a good yes man for them. He'd be okay for 6 months and then back to same old Chelsea. Now, I've thrown some comments over the last few weeks out on all the different channels that I follow on YouTube saying Mourinho back. And it's just to wind people up. Football fans in general, they hate Mourinho. They just hate him. They just don't like him. Majority of Chelsea fans will disagree with that. I wouldn't want him back. He's the special one. He'll always be the special one. He is currently being linked with a move back to Real Madrid. Florentino Perez, the owner at Real Madrid, does want Mourinho in there after the disaster they've had in the league this season. They've fallen well short behind Barcelona. I think Barcelona will go on and win that league. So getting someone like Mourinho into that Real Madrid team, I think there's a strong possibility, just like Zinedine Zidane, them two will be the top of the list. But for Chelsea's top of the list, it isn't these names we're mentioning. Mourinho, Zidane's, it just isn't. Do we wait until the World Cup has finished? We could do. Nagelsmann, he'd be fantastic. Great with the younger players, can progress them. But we need that experience in. We keep saying at Chelsea, we need experience, and then we don't get it. We've got a player that's been banned for 4 years. Mudrik's been banned for 4 years. He's appealed it. But we've got players that are out. And we've got young players that are new to the country, like Esteval. Learning a new language, a new setting, new environment, that's a lot for young players. Alongside key players that keep getting injured, like Reece James, Cole Palmer. It's an uphill battle. So whoever comes in, they've got a challenge on their hands. 1, with the players. 2, with the fans. And 3, with Bluco and Egbali. Who would want to take this job? It's a poison chalice. Whoever wants to take this job, they need to want it. Not just a stepping stone, not just to get a payday, because they want to take Chelsea on, start doing what Chelsea do, which is winning games of football.